It's getting worse. How is it getting worse? The PlayStation 5 Pro was just revealed for $700. And things sold separately like the disc drive or the stand are going to push that purchase to $900. But now we are finding out that not even all of the games on the PlayStation 5 Pro are even going to be 60 FPS. A lot of these are still going to be probably 30 FPS. So to dive into this fooler, there are a lot of different articles that are coming out right now. There's also some videos. If you want to go check out Matty Play's video, he has a very good video on how this PlayStation 5 situation could potentially be getting even worse. But this article right here from PlayStation Lifestyle is talking about how not all PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced games are going to run at 60 FPS. So the initial selling point was that with the PlayStation 5 Pro, the quality setting, not the performance setting, but the quality setting was going to be running at 60 FPS. And my hopes were the performance setting potentially at 120 FPS, or at least stable higher than 60 FPS consistently. But as we dive into this article, we are going to find that that is not the case. According to Tom Warren for The Verge, the PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced games will not guarantee 60 FPS. In fact, he states there will still be games that will target 30 FPS despite all of the hardware upgrade. So why is this? While Sony wants this new game mode in games, or this new mode in games, the enhanced label will still be available for a variety of other scenarios that include 30 FPS games. Developers have the option of increasing the target resolution for the PlayStation 5 Pro games that run at a fixed resolution on PlayStation 5, or even increasing the target maximum resolution for games that will run at a variable resolution on the PlayStation 5. So what does this mean? This is saying that if there is a PlayStation 5 game that runs at a fixed or a variable resolution, they, as developers, have the option to increase that target resolution, and that, by increasing the target resolution, will qualify that game to be a PlayStation 5 enhanced game. It'll just be running at, instead of 1080p, maybe 1260p at the same FPS, 30 FPS. So the article then goes on to say the qualifications for enhanced games on the Pro seem very straightforward but flexible. Fixed resolution jumps, like we just mentioned, target frame rate increases, so this would be a good thing, ray tracing, or a mixture of the three would qualify the game to be an enhanced game. That means a base PlayStation 5 game that is running at the 1440 at 30 could increase its resolution to 2160 at the same frame rate to be considered enhanced. That is exactly what I was just talking about. They increase the resolution, but it's still running at 30 FPS. But if we expand out and think about what that was just saying, aside from the resolution, a company could literally just add ray tracing and it automatically be included as a PS5 Pro enhanced game. So you could be playing at the same resolution, at the exact same frame rate, with just ray tracing added, and that could qualify as an enhanced game for the PlayStation 5 Pro. This isn't any increase in gameplay. This is just better lighting that in turn makes the game look better. And don't forget, the PlayStation 5 as it is right now has ray tracing capabilities. The 5 Pro is just enhanced ray tracing capabilities. So not to say that this is going to happen, but there is a potential that people could just say, oh, there's ray tracing in our game now, and then all of a sudden, this is a PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced game, and you're not getting, any of the resolution upgrades, you're not getting any of the FPS upgrades, so you're still going to be pretty much playing almost the exact same game, and it's going to look very marginally better. And unfortunately, this does not get better because this is further confirmed by Richard Ledbetter of Digital Foundry in his analysis of the new GTA 6. When speaking to IGN, he points out that the previous GTA games, pushed the CPUs of their platforms, which is important, which is why they typically launch at a 30 FPS target. Additionally, while the PlayStation 5 Pro does have a more powerful GPU, it has the exact same CPU as the base model, which is going to hinder its performance capabilities. So a lot of new games that are using the CPU to push that FPS target are not going to be able to utilize anything more with the PlayStation 5 in terms of getting their game to target that 60 FPS range. Now, he says specifically the PlayStation 5 Pro uses the same CPU. It would be extremely challenging to hit 60 FPS if the base version is only targeting that 30 FPS mark. It's not the GPU, it's the CPU that is the problem. So which games will be PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced? There are several titles that have already been revealed that will target 60 FPS. So this is going to include Last of Us Part 2, Rift Apart, Spider-Man 2, Gran Turismo 6. Hopefully there's more games. But apart from those games that were shown during that presentation, it is not confirmed which games are going to be targeting that 60 FPS mark, which is a little bit worrisome for people and for me specifically as well, who want all of the games with the PlayStation 5 Pro to be at 60 FPS. It was also a selling point from Sony. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, do people even care? Do people even care about any of this? Because as of right now, I'm kind of starting to think they don't. Even though that one report did say 75% of players play in the performance mode and prefer the 60 FPS performance mode over the 30 FPS quality mode, there are disk drives selling out everywhere right now. So people are either scalping these disk drives or people are buying these disk drives in advance of the PlayStation 5 Pro releasing, so then they can kind of break up those two payments and go all in on the PlayStation 5 Pro. These people are going to be dropping anywhere from $800 to $900, depending if they also get the stand for the Pro, and people don't seem to care. I guess good for PlayStation, good for Sony. I've seen a lot of people, and I referenced very early in this video, the Maddie Plays video. He has said that Sony's kind of turning into Apple. They have their own really ecosystem of buyers and consumers that are just going to buy everything that they put out, which is a great kind of thing for a company to be in. But a lot of times this leads to problems with the consumer, and there's not as much benefit for the consumer when buying these products. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I do think this situation is getting a little bit worse. I was really hoping with the PlayStation 5 Pro that at least the new games or the enhanced games that were going to be on the Pro were going to be coming at least 60 FPS, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of games utilizing either ray tracing or the increased target resolution and calling that an enhanced game and keeping that FPS still at 30. But time will definitely tell, and time will also tell with the PlayStation 5 Pro and how that ends up doing on full release. I'll definitely be keeping tabs on it, definitely be making more videos regarding the PlayStation 5 Pro as more details come out and as we see how the actual release does and if it blows up in Sony's face or it becomes a huge success for Sony. We've seen a lot of devices in the past, like I was just mentioning, with the disc drive selling out, but also the handheld PlayStation 5, that absolutely sold out everywhere, and a lot of people were completely shitting on that thing before it released, both with the price point and what the actual handheld device really was. So other than that, if you liked this video, if you want to see more, please leave a like. Please comment down below what you think about this situation if you are going to be buying a PlayStation 5 Pro. And then last but not least, make sure to subscribe for more. I love you guys. Peace.